all-new Nissan Navara. Rugged, redefined.
Good evening. We are live tonight from the Durban Shongweni Club for the 2017 Nissan Winter Classic 6-bar competition. We have 10 entrants lined up tonight in this action-packed event where we have a grand prize of 15,000 Rand available up for the winner of this class. Running through the entries, we have Grant Langley. He's the local hometown boy riding Berlioz Adessos Droits. This is 1.50 meter horse here. We also have Oscar Nkuba on the up-and-coming Caratado. Stanley currently jumping in the 1.30 m with massive potential. Cinzia Pisteris on her 1.50 m Grand Prix horse Twister R. We also have Barry Taylor, one of these Nissan sponsored riders, on Athena 6. Gondor UFO and James White, fifth rider in. Leona Fanamava and Capital Homerus riding out of Bloberg Stables. Ryan Walbridge, another local hometown boy, riding here at Shongweni Club. On Cleo van der Kummel, another one of Grant Langley's horses. Bon Esprit and Shelley Moore, as well as Brandenburg Chancellor with Candice Webber and Courtney Webber on Rambo. So the rules for the 6-bar competition: the first round comprises 6 fences. We do have our 2 Nissan fences lined up down the one side of the arena, where after which they will turn and loop up across the diagonal, where they'll jump their last 4 fences. Riders going clear through this first round will then move on to a second round, where they will take out our first 2 fences, and riders will just be expected to jump the last 4 diagonally across the arena. We are able to have a maximum of 4 jump-off rounds, but the last round will only be for riders that have gone clear through the 3rd jump-off.
Are you here with your folks?
No. Horace, we on you? Horace, Bafana, keep your shot going.
Yes.
Maybe you just stay safe like that.
Nice.
Our 6-bar course tonight here at the Durban Shongweni Club, being set up by our foreign course builder. That's Michael Ismailin. FEI 3-star level coming here from France for this FEI World Cup competition here at the 2017 Nissan Winter Classic.
Just open up a little bit. There we go. That's good. Live Horace.
As we get ready to start, the horses are all in the arena now. And the rules of this competition: the horses are required to stay in the arena at all times.
We're coming to you.
So with only 10 entries, each rider has quite a fantastic shot at the grand prize, 15,000 Rand going to the winner. There has also been a sponsored bridle to the value of 4,800 Rand available for that winning rider. In addition, Grant Langley, one of our entrants in this competition, has put up 500 Rand for each of our riders that does make it through past the 3rd round.
JB, pan to your left of the arena, please. Hold it there, and when I say go, you pan to your right and you stop, okay? Stand by. Go. 5 now, JB. Hold guys be aware to, especially you, Bafana, look out for person that might be starting.
So our final fence in this first lineup of 6 fences, standing at 1 meter 20 in height.
And then also you, JB, we're on you now, but look out for person that might be
After the
starting.
first round, they will remove our first 2 fences, and with each successive round, the fences will be raised, with our last fence being raised potentially up to above 1 meter 80 in height. The current record standing at just over 2 meters, set by the Nissan rider Lorette Knowles-Taylor on the now retired Nabab Forever.
No, you like, JB, don't move. JB, I was trying to tell you, the person that, I can't see the person now, I was trying to tell you which one is going to go live, don't worry. That's your guy who's going to go first. Okay, stand by. Grant is JB. Can you see him? JB, get on to the person that you think is going to go first. Connor, you down him, okay? Got it.
1, 2. 1, 2.
Adding to the difficulty that we do have tonight, obviously 6 bars are quite strenuous on these horses. 6 fences lined up approximately 11 meters apart from one another. Does place quite a bit of strain on the horses. If they are short or long in either of their early strides, it does potentially lead to danger further down the line for these competitors. Adding to the difficulty with this, we are jumping under lights here at the Durban Shangweni Club. Different situation from what these horses are used to jumping. They usually jump under broad daylight. But of course, with the lights here at the Durban Shangweni Club and this Clop Fibre Arena, the shadows are minimal. Hometown boy Grant Langley in picture now on his Steve Berlioz Descent Stroits. Good shot at winning this. He has a going 1 meter 50 competitor on the steed. Representing the Durban riders here today and hoping to take home that grand prize of 15,000 Rand. Nissan is once again the proud sponsor of the 2017 Winter Classic. Massive supporters of the equestrian industry, Nissan are. They support a lot of our competitions across the country, as well as they are the sponsors of the Team Nissan riders, Barry and Lorette Taylor. So it looks about we are just about ready to go. So once again, running through that list of competitors taking part. First up, it'll be Grant Langley, the local Durban boy, on Berlioz Desert Struts. Second in, Oscar Ube on Caratado. Shinsia Pisteris in at number 3 on Twister R. Barry Taylor for Team Nissan in on Athena 4 at number 4. James White and Gondor UFO at number 5. Leona van der Merwe and Capital Homrus at number 6. Number 7, Cleo van der Kummel and Ryan Warbridge, another Durban local. Number 8, Bon Esprit and Shelley Moore. Candice Webber on Brandenburg Chancellor at number 9. And Courtney Webber in at number 10 on Rambo.
I was putting my earpiece on. Please repeat.
Arena party, could we clear the poles on the floor? All the arena party teams, we need to get this show on the road, so please move those poles as quick as we can. All hands on deck. Arena party teams.
So our riders are just doing their final warm-up preparations as we clear some of our loose poles from the arena. We obviously want to give our riders enough space to maintain their warm-ups, to keep their horses warm. It is a cool night here in Durban and we don't want them getting too cold between their rounds. So we'll be getting the show on the road very shortly. And once again, that 15,000 Rand up for grabs, sponsored by Nissan South Africa, for the winner of this Nissan 6-bar competition at the 2017 Nissan Winter Classic. There's quite a big crowd gathered here today. But the Colorado no doubt leaning towards this massive crowd of the 2017 Nissan Winter Classic ahead of tomorrow's FEI World Cup qualifying class. But support for this Nissan 6-bar, always an absolute massive amount of support. Definitely a crowd favourite event. In that first round taking place over 6 fences, all successive rounds are considered as jump-offs, so they will be over a shortened course where the first 2 fences will be taken out of the competition and they will only be expected to jump the last 4 diagonally across the arena.
Right, so welcome Pandora to the 6 bar. We've been training for months and months at this event.
So apparently our 11th entry into this Nissan 6 bar. Fontaine Bleu have been training for months and he is now ready to attempt the 6 bar. Word has it that from our riders behind the scenes and our sources behind the scenes that Fontaine Bleu is going for that new record, wanting to beat Nabab Forever's record of over 2 meters. And our sources say that in private he has been able to do it. And there we go, we've had our bell for our first competitor lining up in the 6 bar competition. Grant Langley, the Durban boy on Berlios Desert Stroits. Grant coming into the first of 6 fences here, the first rider in this first round. Over 1, over 2. He's over 3, 4, 5. And we have our first clear round for the class. Grant, and it's what's affectionately known as Burley. Grant's a very experienced rider. He has done the 6 bar many times before. As well as a going 1m50 competitor that will be taking part in tomorrow's World Cup qualifier class. Next up, our second rider. It is one of the Nissan riders, Austin Ube, on the stallion Caratado. The last Nissan 6 bar contest held in Kyalami. Caratado looked very good for it, managing to jump our last fence that we had there at 1m60, but unfortunately knocking one of the fences before it. But he is good through this first round. Caratado and Oscar Ube going through to the second round. Next go, it is one of our young and up-and-coming riders, Chinsia Pasteris, riding out of George on Twister R, going 1m50 horse. Over the first 2 fences, coming around now for our last 4 diagonally across the arena. And there we go, our third clear round. Barry Taylor up next on the big grey Athena 4. Barry is one of the Nissan riders. And Barry, once again, a rider with many years experience doing these 6 bar contests and many years experience up at the top level. Barry, the only representative of the Taylor clan doing the 6 bar tonight. Although the rep does still hold that record on Nissan Nabab forever. And we're clear. 4 for 4. Barry Taylor and Athena 4 going clear. The bell has sounded for the round for our next rider. There's number 5 in this class, Gondor UFO, and James White. And we have another clear round. This first round is relatively easy for these riders. But of course, the difficulty will go up as we continue along. With each successive round we have, the course will be raised. Jona van der Merwe now writing out of Bloberg Equestrian in Limpopo. Capital Homerus her steed. A 6th rider for this Nissan 6-bar competition. There we go, easy does it, Jona van der Merwe and Capital Homerus clear round. Another local Durban boy here. It's Ryan Walbridge up next on number 7, Cleo van der Kummel. Also owned by Grant Langley. Last pole rattling, but staying up, and we have another one clear. That's 7 riders gone, 7 riders through to that next round. Shirley Moore on number 8 on our list. It's Bon Esprit. And there we go, number 8, easy as you like, Bon Esprit through to our first jump-off round. Our second to last rider up next, Brandenburg Chancellor and Candice Weber. And up and over there, clear for Brandenburg Chancellor. Last rider now in this first round, it's Courtney Weber, number 10, Rambo. Courtney, another one of our young and up-and-coming riders. She did compete last night in the Under-25 Grand Prix. She has been doing fantastically at junior level. So we have had all of our riders go clear. That's our 10 riders going clear through our first round. That last fence currently standing at 1.20 m in height. As we now move to our second round, is classified as our first jump off. So we'll be taking out the first 2 fences. Riders are not required to jump those first 2 fences, just the 4 running diagonally across the arena. Once again, our foreign course builder brought in for this World Cup show, Michelle Ismelin, will be raising our remaining 4 fences. Will be fences 3, 4, 5, and 6.
165. 165. 165.
So we have received word that the last fence now standing at 1.65 m. That's 1.65 m for our last fence in this lineup of 4. Starts getting a little bit more difficult now as these riders come into these fences. Take you a little bit early, a little bit too late does compound as they go further along. With each fence that they need to take, the distance is getting tighter and tighter. Each fence getting higher as they go. So 1.65 m, that last fence standing at. Still all 10 riders through to this next round. So first up in the second round, let's him to take his warm-up fences, Grant Langley and Burley. Coming up to this last line of fences now. Grant Langley and Burley go clear over that last fence, 1.65 m, and we have our first rider through to our next round. Oscar Ngube now coming up on Caratado, second rider to attempt this last line. Oscar, a regular competitor in these Nissan 6-spark competitions. He's had lots of experience on many different rides competing at this level and competing in these exhibition tournaments. And there we go, Oscar and Caratado, a lot of scope there. Good to go through to the next round. Our third rider up now, Chinsia Pasteris and Twister R. $1.65 m, looking too easy for these riders here today. Twister R making it our third rider clear over that 1.65 through to the next round. Barry Taylor now, a wealth of experience available to him. Athena 4, our fourth rider taking part in the second round. Barry making it look easy there, Athena 4, over that last fence at 1.65 with no problems whatsoever. Next up, James White and Gondor UFO. Oh, unfortunately not getting through there. That last fence at 1.65 proving to just be a little bit too tight there. Believe me folks, this is not easy at all, this 6-spark competition. Anything wrong in the fences building up to the last one, and unfortunately it can go all awry. So James White and Gondor UFO bowing out now in the second round. But a noble attempt nonetheless from James and Gondor UFO. Capital Homrus up next, and the owner Funamava. Definitely one of the crowd favourites here today. And we have another one, our fifth rider going through to that next round. Leona van Merwe and Capital Homerus, making it look easy. Clear van der Kummel up next. It was number 7 on our list with Ryan Walbridge. Oh, unfortunately, that last fence, that 1m65 fence going down for Ryan and Cleo. So with that, we see our second rider out of this Nissan 6-bar competition. Like we said, it is not easy. Next rider up, Shelley Moore, number 8, Bonnie Spree, attempting her second round. She's over the first down. She comes around to these last 4 now. This is where it gets tricky. She's over 3. She's over 4. Over 5, the 165 now. And she's clear. Shelley Moore and Bonnie Spree going clear over that 1m65 fence. And through to the third round. 2 left now in the second round. It's the Webber girls. Candice Webber up first on Brandenburg Chancellor. So far we have 6 through to that third round. Can Candice make it our 7th? Oh, unfortunately not going through there. That last fence just proving to be a little bit too high for Candice and Brandenburg Chancellor. So we still have 6 through to the third round with 1 rider left to go in the second. That's right, it is Courtney Webber, our young rider on number 10, Rambo. Courtney coming into the first line of fences.
Safely through the last 4, but unfortunately, Courtney, those first 2 jumps do still constitute part of the course.
So we have received word that the first 2 fences do still constitute part of the course, that they did not just narrow it down to 4 fences. So unfortunately, as Courtney did knock that second fence, even though she made it over the 165, that second fence proving to be her own doing, classifying as 4 faults there. So Courtney not going through to our third round. So as we were, now they are going to be taking out those first 2 fences. It is only our last 4 fences remaining now. One and two have been made available as their warm-up fences, though. Those first 2 that were in our first 2 rounds are available as warm-up fences, but it is not compulsory for the riders to take those fences. You may see some of our riders electing to save their horses for the big jumps, that last line.
We have just been told the final jump now standing at 1.80 meters. 1 meter.
So the fences have been raised now in that last line. That last fence standing at 1.8 meters. That's 6 feet tall, 1.8 meters tall. That last fence in a line of 4. So for our 6 riders still taking part, we've got Grant Langley and Burley, Oscar Ube on Caratado, Chintzia Pasteris and Twister R, Barry Taylor on Athena 4, Leona van der Merwe and Capital Homerus, and Shelley Moore on Bon Esprit. First rider going now in the third round, it is Grant Langley and Billy. Once again, only those last 4 fences compulsory now for our riders. Grant Langley, the first rider to attempt this third round. He's up and over 1, 2, 3, and over our 1 meter 80 fence. Our first rider through to the fourth round. So we're now on number 2, Caratano. This horse has the scope. We have seen it compete in these 6-bar competitions before. It definitely has the ability. And there we go, Oscar showcasing just how much talent Caratano has. Our second rider through over that 1 meter 80 fence. Coming up now, Cinzia Pasteris and number 3, Twister R. Three out of 3. They're making it look easy now. Cinzia and Twister R over there, 1 meter 80 fence like it was nothing. Barry Taylor now looking to give the young riders a run for their money on Athena 4. And there we go, Barry showing them how it's done. Clear over 1 meter 80 for Barry and Athena. Our fourth rider attempting this 1 meter 80 final fence now, Capital Homerus and Leona van der Merwe. And there we go, another one clear. Capital Homerus and Leona van der Merwe, our fifth rider through this third round. So it looks as if our fifth rider, Bon Esprit and Shelley Moore, electing not to do this third round. So we only have 5 riders going through. Don't go away, we're just going to pay the bills now and we'll be back with you in a moment. So we have gone through with our fourth round. Our first rider going through, Grant Langley and Billy going clear over our last fence, standing currently at 1.90 m. Now on track, our second rider, Oscar Klube and Caratado. Once again, that last fence standing at 1.90 m in height in this, our fourth round. And there we go, the crowd going wild for Oscar going clear over that 1.90 m fence. Really getting exciting now for our crowd. So a reminder, the Nissan 6-bar record currently standing at 2.05 m, set by Nissan team rider Lorette Knowles-Taylor and Nabab Forever. Our third rider on track now, Cinzia Pisteris and Twister are giving it a go. That last fence standing at 1.90 m. Oh, unfortunately the last fence just going down for Cinzia. Nothing to be ashamed of though. She did clear that 1.80 m fence, but 1.90 m proving to just be a little bit too high. Barry Taylor now on number 4, Athena. This is where the experience is going to come into play. Barry has done this many, many times. He knows exactly how to do this. And there we go, Barry and Athena clear over that 1.90 m fence, giving us 3 riders through to that next round. Capital Homerus now, Leona van der Merwe, the fourth and our last rider in this round to attempt it. Sorry, the fifth and last rider. 1.90 m, that last fence. Oh, last fence just rolling out the cup there for the Leona. Leona and Homerus gave it a very good go there. Unfortunately, that pole just rolling out there. So 3 riders left going through to our last round. Grant Langley and Billy, Oscar and Caratado, and Barry Taylor on Athena. So Heresy were that last fence now sitting at 1.95 m in height. Our last round of this competition. If we have equivalent penalties or clears at the end of this, there will be joint winners. So this is the decider. Grant and Billy up first. Oh! Grant and Billy coming out of that one unscathed. Unfortunately, that last fence coming down there. Over that 1.95 m last fence. Unfortunately, Grant and Billy unable to do that for the Durban boys. We have 2 riders left, Oscar and Caratado, Barry and Athena. If neither of them goes clear, then we will have equivalent first place on 4 faults. Grant and Billy enjoying the attention from the crowd now. That last fence is back up and in place. So next to go, Oscar Klube and Caratado riding for Team Nissan. There's a buzz in the air now. We know Caratado can jump at least one fence at this height. He has done it before, but can he string together these 4 in a row without taking one down? Oscar confident and cool as always as he approaches the first fence. Oh, unfortunately, the top rail coming down on that 195 fence. Oscar also lying on 4 penalties, so currently lying tied with Grant with 1 rider left to go. So as it stands, we have 2 riders tied in first place, 1 left, and it is Barry Taylor mounting a steed. That's Athena 4. Experience will play a part here. Barry has many years experience, both the top level riding and in these 6-bar competitions, having taken part in many of them throughout the years. Eyes on Barry now. If he goes clear, he wins the 15,000 Rand grand prize in this Nissan 6-bar competition. Coming around to that first fence. Hush falls over the crowd. Oh, unfortunately not making it. 4 penalties there for Barry. So all 3 of our riders currently lying tied on 4th. We wait now to hear if there will be one more jump off. So we have a tie for first place. No more rounds, only allowed 5 rounds in the 6-bar competition. So we have a 3-way tie for first place, each of them splitting that 50,000 Rand grand prize. Grant Langley and Billy, Oscar Klube on Caratado, and Barry Taylor and Athena. No records broken tonight. Their record still standing at 2 meters 05. The Red Knowles, Taylor and Nissan Nabab forever. Tonight the highest they got, apparently over 185, was that last fence that they did manage to clear. So that was 185 cleared by Grant, Oscar and Barry. So that concludes our proceedings then for tonight. 3-way tie there, Grant Langley on Billy, Oscar Klube on Caratado, and Barry Taylor and Athena 4. Big thanks to our sponsors, Nissan, and we'll be back with you tomorrow night for the World Cup qualifier. This is the 2017 Nissan Winter Classic at Shongweni Club in Durban.
All-new Nissan Navara. Rugged, redefined.